Going in depth tonight, the federal bribery trial for a prominent Santa Cruz County business mogul has been delayed after alleged mistakes by an FBI agent during an investigation. Now the future of the prosecution's case hangs on a decision from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Konstantin Panasopoulos is facing charges related to wire fraud and bribery. The Department of Justice claims he bribed the former Santa Cruz County assessor Felipe Fuentes for beneficial land valuations. News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter, Corus Nylander, has been following this case for more than 2 years now. He joins us live outside the federal courthouse in Tucson. Corus.
Yeah, well, Sean, Konstantin Panasopoulos is a very successful businessman in the produce and real estate industries down in Santa Cruz County. For years now, he's been having to defend himself against this federal indictment, charging him with several charges related to wire fraud and bribery. Well, now the future of the prosecution's case is really being held up, now all hanging on a decision from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals.
This was an incredibly well thought out ruling based on a ton of evidence and testimony, and it really reflects the truth.
Grant Willey is the attorney representing Santa Cruz County business mogul Konstantin Panasopoulos. He's confident while waiting for a ruling from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that his client's name will soon be cleared after a federal district judge in Tucson recently suppressed key wiretap evidence from the government's case after the judge determined an FBI agent acted in, quote, reckless disregard for the truth in omitting certain information when they filed a sworn application for the wiretap.
This entire case should have never happened. They've taken an innocent man and his life and thrown it into public scrutiny using accusations that, are based on an illegality made by what are supposed to be the highest levels of professional servants in our government.
The prosecution's unusual step of seeking an appellate ruling pre-trial shows the importance the evidence has for its case. The FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment.
A wiretap can be an enormous invasion of privacy.
Louis Fidel is an experienced attorney in Pima County with no connection to this case. He tells me this is an example of how evidence is gathered can make or break a case before it ever gets in front of a jury.
If a law enforcement action is unlawful, then any evidence that comes from that unlawful law enforcement action is tainted.
For Panasopoulos, Grant Willey says this years-long legal battle has been devastating for his personal and professional reputation.
Incredibly, because he's an upstanding guy. Inappropriate prosecutions like this can ruin people's lives.
And right now, a trial date has been scheduled for March, but Grant Willey tells me he's doubtful that things will go as scheduled because he tells me he believes that a ruling like this from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals on a case like this could take at least a year. So he expects that trial date almost certainly to be rescheduled and may not happen at all depending on the outcome of that appeals court decision. We'll just have to wait and see, and we'll keep you updated. We're live from downtown Tucson tonight. Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
A lot to still be decided. Thank you for that, Corus. And you can view the most recent court documents for yourself. Just head on over to KVOA.com.